Okay, welcome, third graders. So we have kind of moved on from engineering and inventing and creating things, and now we are starting to talk about living things. In your last lesson, you learned all about the different things that make something alive, that make something a living thing. Today, we're going to start talking about how we become who you are. How did you get to be you? Now let's think about this here. Are you exactly 100% like your moms, dads, grandmas, brothers, or sisters? 100%? Mm-mm. Do you look like them? Maybe, maybe not. Do you talk like them? Maybe similarly, maybe slightly different. You might act a little bit like them. There are probably parts of you that are like your mom, maybe parts of you that are like your dad, but you're not 100% exactly like your moms and dads. Like, for example, me, I look a lot like my mom and my sister, but we are not exactly alike. Our hair is slightly different. My eye color is slightly different, but I look like them. Have you ever wondered how you get to have some of the traits that you have? Remember, traits are those things that make you you, your hair color, your eye color. Well, that's what we're going to talk about. How did you get to be you? I'm going to show you some pictures here. So we have this one. Up here, you can see the parent dog, and you can see the baby dogs. And I know it's in black and white, but you can see that there are some similarities, right? They look similar. They have the same eye shape, ear shape. They have the same body shape. They have the same fur color. But they have some differences, aren't they? The parent is much, much bigger than the babies are. What about here we have the mommy horse or the baby horse, mommy horse and the baby horse right here. You can see there are some definite similarities, okay? They have the same body structure. They look alike. They have 4 legs. But there are some differences. You can see in the parent horse, the mane is much, much longer, much fuller. The parent horse is much taller and bigger, but they look similar. And here in this picture, again, they look similar, just the parent is much bigger than the babies are. But here you can see we have some different fur colors in the ducks, the baby ducks, than from the mommy duck. But again, same body structure, just bigger. And here we can see the differences in plants, okay? From the baby plant to the mama plant, you can see how it's gotten much bigger. The parent plant has some buds on it that the baby doesn't have, has more leaves on it, but they look similar. Boys and girls, parents and kids are similar, but they don't always look exactly the same. There are things that make us you that you get from your moms and dads. That's what we call a trait. A trait, like I said earlier, is what makes you you. It's a quality that makes you unique. It might be your hair color, your blonde hair, brown hair, black hair. It might be your eye color, if you have brown eyes or blue eyes or green eyes. It might be if you're tall or short. It could be something that you're good at. Those are traits that make us up. Some people are just naturally good at sports because their parents are good at sports. Some people are really good at art, can draw. That is not Mrs. Gillens. I am not very good at art. Some people are really good at music because they've gotten those traits from a parent. There are 2 kinds of traits. There are genetic traits and there are acquired traits. Okay? Now, genetic traits are things that you are born with. You cannot get them. They are things that you get from your parents, like your skin color. I can't change my skin color. I can tan in the summer, but that's as far as I can go. Your blood type. There are different types of blood, and your blood type you cannot change. It comes from your parents. The shape of your nose or the shape of your face. That is what you are born with. But then there are some acquired traits, and those are those things that you get during life. You're not born with these. These are not something that you are born with. They are things that, like the ability to ride a bike. You're not born knowing how to ride a bike. You have to learn it. Or having pierced ears. I wasn't born having my ears pierced. I got them pierced when I was a child. Having scars from falls and accidents, those are acquired. You're not born with those scars. I have a scar on my finger. I'm not born with it. So let's think about this. I'm going to say a trait. I want you to think in your head, is that acquired? Were you born with it, or was it was it genetic and you were born with it, or was it acquired and you got it during your life? So for example, the size of your feet. Think about it. That was genetic. You're born with that. I cannot make my feet any bigger or any smaller. That's just the size that they are at this point. The ability to roller skate. That is acquired. Some people are graceful and can do it. Some people, like Mrs. Gillens, are not graceful and cannot do it. What about the shape of your knee? That is definitely genetic. I can't change the shape of my knee. So remember, if you are born with it, it's genetic. If you get it during your life, it's acquired. Now, you're going to go and have some questions to answer about what we just went over. And if you have any questions, you can ask Mr. Rush or I during one of our Google Meets. Thanks.